Bienvenidos and welcome to another episode of Spain on a Fork. Today we're making a recipe that's not only very heart healthy, but is packed with a ton of goodness, and it's made with simple everyday ingredients. We're talking white bean meatballs with a delicious onion sauce. And let me tell you, these meatballs have an incredible texture on the outside with a beautiful pop of flavors in the inside. The recipe is very easy to make, where there's no tricky techniques or special equipment needed, and it's all done in about 30 minutes. Folks, serve these white bean meatballs next to some roasted potatoes and a bottle of Spanish white wine, more specifically an Albariño from Rías Baixas. You're gonna have yourself one heck of a fabulous meal. This video is sponsored by Tienda.com. La Tienda is an online superstore focusing on selling all things Spain for your home and kitchen, and they've been around since 1996. And like I always tell you, they have the biggest selection of artisan Spanish ingredients like queso manchego, the famous jamón serrano and jamón ibérico, Marcona almonds, olives, the beautiful canned seafood from Spain, and all the spices you need to make all your favorite Spanish recipes, among so many other great ingredients. And let me tell you, when it comes to cookware, they have an amazing selection of authentic Spanish paella pans that range in size from 2 servings all the way up to 50 servings. And they even offer classic grilling systems, that way you can always perfectly cook your paella. Folks, visit Tienda.com, let them know Albert from Spain on a Fork sent you there, and make sure you use coupon code ONAFORK during checkout for 10% off your order. Alright, let's begin by draining a can of white beans into a colander and rinsing the beans under some water. The size of the can that I'm using is 15.5 ounces, which is 440 grams. Then we'll shake off any of the excess water. Transfer the beans into a large bowl, and using a potato masher or a fork, we'll mash down on the beans until they're well mashed. Once the beans are well mashed, we'll add in 1/3 cup of plain breadcrumbs, which is 45 grams. Crack in 1 large egg. Add in 1 small onion that's been finely chopped, 1 clove of garlic that's been finely chopped, and 2 tablespoons of chopped fresh parsley, which is 8 grams. You can substitute this for 1 teaspoon of dried parsley, which is about 1 gram. Then we'll season with half a teaspoon of ground cumin, which is 1.5 grams, a pinch of sea salt, and some freshly cracked black pepper. And we'll give it a mix until it's well mixed together. Once everything is well mixed, we'll start pushing down on the mixture until we form a paste-like texture. If you see that your mixture is too dry, you send in some water in there, or even a little whisked egg, and vice versa. If it's too wet, you send in some more breadcrumbs. To assemble the meatballs, we'll grab a spoonful of the mixture and squeeze it in our hands. This is to ensure that all the ingredients are well binded. And then we'll shape it into a ball, and you want it to be about the size of a golf ball. Once all the meatballs are assembled, let's start cooking them up. I'm going to heat a large fry pan with a medium heat and add in 1/4 cup of extra virgin olive oil, which is 60 milliliters. After a couple minutes and the olive oil is nice and hot, we'll start adding in the white bean meatballs, and you want to make sure they're all in a single layer. And we're going to go between 8 to 10 minutes here until the white bean meatballs are golden fried all around. And you don't have to mix them around continuously, but do get in there every 2 minutes or so, that way they all evenly cook. After 8 to 10 minutes, and the white bean meatballs are beautifully golden fried, we'll remove them from the fry pan and set them aside. Now, using the same pan with the same heat, let's make our delicious onion sauce. I'm going to add in 1 small onion that I finely chopped and 2 cloves of garlic that I roughly chopped. And we'll mix the ingredients around continuously, that way they don't brown too quickly and they all evenly saute. After 3 to 4 minutes and the onion is nice and translucent, we'll add in 1 tablespoon of all-purpose flour, which is 8 grams. And we'll mix this continuously and go between 1 to 2 minutes here. This is enough time to cook off the flavor in the flour, that way it doesn't overpower the sauce. After about 2 minutes, we'll add in half a cup of white wine, which is 120 milliliters. If wine is not your thing, you can substitute it for any broth of your choice with a squeeze of fresh lemon juice. And we'll season with half a teaspoon of dried thyme, which is half a gram, a pinch of sea salt, and some freshly cracked black pepper. And we'll give it a mix until it's well mixed together and then simmer it for a few minutes. After about 3 minutes and the alcohol has cooked off in the wine, we'll add in 1 cup of vegetable broth, which is 240 milliliters. You can use other liquids here, such as chicken broth or even beef broth. Either way, link on how to make my homemade veggie broth in the description box below. And we'll mix this continuously and go between 4 to 5 minutes or until we end up with a slightly creamy sauce. After about 4 minutes, and we've ended up with a slightly creamy sauce, we'll add in the white bean meatballs back into the pan. And once again, you want to make sure they're all in a single layer. And we're going to go for about 2 to 3 minutes here or until those meatballs are heated through. Then we'll remove the pan from the heat, transfer some of the meatballs into a serving dish, add some of the onion sauce over the meatballs, and we'll top it off with some chopped fresh parsley. Check it out, our white bean meatballs and the delicious onion sauce is done. Super easy to make, the simplest ingredients, and all done in about 30 minutes. Let's give it a try and see how it turned out. Check it out, folks. Albondigas de alubias blancas con una salsa de cebolla. This looks absolutely amazing. Here we go. First things first, what an incredible firm texture to those white bean meatballs. The inside, so many great flavors, and of course that onion sauce taking things to the next level. You saw this easy to make, the simplest ingredients, and done in about 30 minutes. Once again, serve these next to some roasted potatoes and a bottle of Spanish white wine. Once again, Albarino from Rías Baixas. You're gonna have yourself one heck of a fabulous meal. Really quick before I go, shout out to a couple of my patrons, Catherine Orwitz and Christine Garcia Sen. And guys, thank you so much for being patrons of Spain on a Fork. You know how much I appreciate you. If you enjoyed today's video, hit that like button as it really helps out the channel. Leave me a comment below, and as always, don't forget to share this video with your family and friends. That way our Spain on a Fork community can continue to grow. Till the next time, hasta luego.